Last time, I led you through the grey kingdom of the Greeks, where a ferryman rowed you across a river of hate, and 2 thrones of black stone waited at the end of the road. But the dead did not only imagine one country. Every people who ever buried their kin built their own road into the dark, and tonight I carry the lantern to another shore. Beneath the sands, beneath the world the sun god crosses every day and abandons every night, there lies a second kingdom. The Egyptians called it the Duat. Come, the gate here does not open onto grey twilight. It opens onto gold and shadow and a judgment far stricter than any you have seen. Stay close. Here it is not enough to have lived. You must prove it. Each night the sun himself makes this journey. The Egyptians believed Ra sailed his bark through 12 hidden hours of darkness beneath the earth, and every soul that dies must learn to sail beside him. The way is not simple. Sealed gates block the road, each one guarded by a name whispered in fire, and if you do not know the name, the gate does not open, and you do not pass. This is why the dead were sent down with a book tucked against their wrapped hands. Not a story, a map. Spells to open the gates, spells to give breath in a place with no air, spells to keep your own name from being forgotten, because in this kingdom, a soul with no name unravels into nothing. And that is only the beginning of the danger. Somewhere in the deepest hour, coiled around the sunbark's path, waits a serpent longer than the river itself. Keep walking. We are not staying to meet him yet. Every soul who reaches the far side of the 12 hours is met by the same figure. A tall shape, black as the embalming oils, with the head of a jackal. His name is Anubis, and do not mistake his silence for cruelty. Long before he was a god of the dead, he was a god of the tomb, the one who watched over bodies left in the desert, who taught the priests to wrap the dead so nothing was lost to decay. He is not your judge, he is your usher. His hand takes your arm, gently, the same way it once weighed the linens of kings, and he walks you to a hall lit by a fire that does not smoke. There, in the center of the floor, stands a golden scale. He will not speak of what happens next. He does not need to. You will understand the moment you see it. But before the scale, understand what waits beside it. Crouched at the base of the golden beam, patient as stone, is a creature stitched from 3 nightmares. The head of a crocodile, the mane and forequarters of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus. The 3 animals the Egyptians feared most on the riverbanks of the living world. Her name is Ammit, the Devourer. She does not guard a door as Cerberus did. She waits for a verdict. If the scale tips wrong, she does not hesitate, and she does not spit you back out. She swallows what the scale condemns, and what she swallows ends. Not in torment, not in fire, but in nothing at all. No afterlife, no memory. The second death, the only true death the Egyptians feared. Look at her if you dare. Then look away and hope the scale never calls your name. Here is how it is done. Your heart, not your name, not your deeds as others recorded them, but the very organ that beat in your chest, is set upon one side of the golden scale. On the other side rests a single feather, plucked from the goddess Maat, who is truth itself given form. Before the weighing, you must speak the negative confessions, 42 of them, one for every province of the kingdom above, each one a sin you swear you did not commit. I have not stolen. I have not killed. I have not caused tears. I have not told lies. Speak falsely, and the heart will know. A heart cannot lie the way a tongue can. Thoth, the ibis-headed scribe of the gods, stands ready with his reed pen to record the outcome, whatever it may be. If heart and feather balance, light as truth itself, you are justified. If the heart is heavy, weighted down with everything you tried to hide. Ammit is waiting, and the scale does not lie twice. For the justified, the road opens onto Aru, the field of reeds. Picture the most generous river plain of Egypt, and then remove every hardship from it. Endless golden barley taller than a man, canals of clear water, orchards that never wither beneath a sun that never scorches. Here the dead till their own plot of soil, forever fertile, forever theirs. And if the labour ever tires them, a small carved figure called a shabti wakes at a word and takes up the work in their place. This is not a grey waiting room like the Asphodel Meadows. It is the life you had, made perfect and given no end. But remember what waits for the ones the scale refused. Not Aru, not even Tartarus with its eternal torments, only silence and the space where a soul used to be. At the head of every hall in the Duat sits the king who makes this judgment possible, and his story is unlike any king you met on the Greek side of the lantern's light. Osiris did not draw this throne by lot, he earned it by dying. He ruled once among the living, a green-skinned god of grain and the flooding Nile, until his own brother Set murdered him, cut him into pieces, and scattered him across the length of Egypt. His wife Isis gathered every piece she could find and, through grief and magic both, breathed him back into a kind of life, enough to father an heir, not enough to walk again among the living. So Osiris descended instead, and became the first soul ever to be judged, and the first to rule this kingdom of judgment forever after. He wears the white crown, and carries the crook and flail, and beside him Isis and her sister Nephthys keep their eternal watch. He does not rule as Hades ruled, a grim king who wanted only order. Osiris rules as proof that even a god can die and be weighed and be found worthy of a throne. You have crossed 12 hours of darkness, faced the Devourer, and watched a heart weighed against a single feather. Few kingdoms of the dead ask so much of a soul before they let it rest. But remember this, above all else as you climb back toward the light. It was never your name that mattered here, nor your rank, nor your gold. Only your heart, and whether it could bear its own weight. Carry that thought back to the world above. Next, I will take you north, to a colder kingdom, where warriors race for a golden hall, and the unchosen dead descend instead to a hag queen's silent halls. Until then, walk well and keep your heart light.